Yo, yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's popping, what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's popping with you guys? I just want to do this real quick live stream. I'm on my phone right now, so, I can't take any calls and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But if you have any questions, you can put it, in the chat and all that other stuff. So real quick, man, I wanted to talk about how women will use weak men, right? What up, AT? What's going on, bro? What's popping with you? What's good? What's good? King Leak is in the building. What's going on? So I want to talk about how, women will use weak men. And it's very important that you guys understand this, because what happens is that when you are dealing with women and you're in situations where a woman can see that you're weak or sense that you're weak. What up, Joe Blast? What's going on? Dandy, what's going on? Kenwood Drive Jug season was popping. You feel me? Iceberg S is in the building. Miles Cunningham is in the building. What's going on, Miles? What's popping? DJ's in the building. I wanted to talk about this real quick. And when you're dealing with women, right, there's going to be certain things that you're going to do that might make her see you as weak. Doesn't mean that you are, but it might make her see you as weak. You understand? And so what happens is that you might be in a situation where you're doing certain things, and because she assumes or perceives you as weak, then what's going to happen is that's going to shift how she's going to deal with you. You understand? Her thinking or feeling as if you are this weak dude is going to shift how she's going to deal with you in certain cases. But if you aren't a weak dude, what will happen is that she'll notice that you aren't, and then she'll be like, oh shit, I was wrong. So then she'll have to shift back into, being how she needs to be in order to really fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? Unique 79 in the building. What's going on, fam? King Lee, you said when they say a man should be the provider, is it both finance and emotionally, or is it just finance-wise? Well, that's the thing. When you're talking about being a provider, right, usually on the surface, people are talking about finances. But to provide to a woman is to provide the masculinity she needs in her life in order to upgrade her situation. That's really what it is at the end of the day. You understand? So a lot of times but the thing is, when a woman is dealing with a guy who doesn't really have shit going on as far as him being that masculine, confident dude, then she'll take the finances, she'll take the money. You know what I'm saying? She'll be like, cool, let me just fuck with this guy because he has money. You understand? You said what do if what? Okay, I'll use these words. What if she's breaking up with someone else currently? How do I end up taking her to the bedroom, making my moves? Oh my goodness. You guys just be waiting around for chicks to be breaking up with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now, when chicks break up, usually they have a rebound situation. But you shouldn't necessarily be waiting on that to fuck with a chick. That's ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you're sitting there waiting around for a chick to break up with a dude in order for you to get at her, that means that your options are not where they need to be. That means you don't have the type of, access to women that you should have at this point. You understand? Which is why you're harping on this chick. But if this is a chick that, I don't know what the situation is, but somehow you have some access to her, whatever, and she's going to break up with him, and then, she's trying to make something happen with you, then fuck it, make it happen with her. You know what I'm saying? But just, smash. Don't be trying to, you know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to wife this chick up or do any like goofy shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But as far as, a dude being, how women use weak men, is that you have to understand that a woman can't fuck every guy. And a woman can't be with every dude. So therefore, what she does is that there are certain guys where she'll designate them as the guy she uses for attention, the guy she uses to use for money, the guy that she fucks with when she, just wants to have a conversation on the phone because she needs some attention. And so when she needs those things, she goes to the weak man. You understand? When she needs those things, she goes to the weak guy. See, what the funny part about this is this, right? And I don't want to, I don't want to hurt motherfuckers' feelings and shit, but I'll say this. A lot of guys who are in monogamous relationships, right? You're in a monogamous relationship, and you might be in a situation where, your girl isn't having as much sex with you as you used to. She might be giving you a little bit of attitude here and there. She might have that sort of vibe where she, she's being a little bit disrespectful here and there, whatever. And you just kind of you kind of push it under the rug, right? You're at that point, but it's just like, this your girl, you've been together for years or whatever it is like that, right? Now, what happens is that in a lot of these situations, and this isn't even conscious, but in a lot of these situations, the woman looks at her man as weak. And the reason why she looks at her man as weak is because what happens is that you deciding to just be with her, right? This is what I'm about to say right now. You deciding just to be with her and not be with the other women that she may feel you could be with. You understand what I'm saying? And just sticking with her makes her see you as weak. And this is on a subconscious level, right? Especially if you are that type of guy. Now, if you was already a weak dude and she just got with you because she settled for you, then that it is what it is. And she's going to see you as weak anyway because she came into the situation seeing you as weak. But essentially what happens is you got with this girl and you said, hey, I'm going to decide to only be with you, only have sex with you, and disregard any other women and not have sex with these other women who I actually want to have sex with. Now, part of her feels good about that because part of her is like, well, her ego wants her to believe that you only want her. But, her rational mind understands to a certain extent that you're falling back from the other women to fuck with her. So it's basically like you've gotten weak because you've decided to put her on the pedestal. You understand? Because, and again, I'm not saying this to shit on monogamy. I'm just trying to give you guys this perspective and just understand this. When you are in a monogamous relationship with a woman, you have put that woman up on a pedestal. You've basically said, I've chosen you above all others. And not only have I chosen you above all others, I've decided to not deal with all others because I'm with you. You understand? Now, it's not to say that, I'm not saying that this is like, a fact that you're weak because of this. But what I'm saying is that when you look at it objectively, that's how it looks. So if you're saying to this woman, I will never have sex with any other woman, I'm only going to choose you, and I'm only going to be with you. I chose you. I'm going to be with you. I'm putting you up here. Everyone else is to the side. I'm not fucking with them, right? What happens is that you put her on a pedestal, and when men put women on pedestals, the women see them as weak. See, the interesting part about women is this, is the things that'll piss them off about you being a man sometimes, what will happen is that those are the same things that make them attracted to you. What up, low carb was popping? I'm gonna say it again. The things that seem like it could piss off a woman are the same things that'll make the woman attracted to you. So, for example, you being with a bunch of girls, one of your girl, the girl that you're with, one of the girls you're with that's feeling you or like you, whatever, she's like, oh, why you got to be with all these girls? I wish it was just with me. But then when you're just with her, then you're not the same guy that she was attracted to. Because she was attracted to the guy who had all the girls. Now you don't have all the girls. You're the guy just with her. You understand? Simon, you said, how can men use weak women? Oh, man, I wish I had my button on me right now. See, you don't want to use weak women. You understand what I'm saying? You actually want women who have the strength to fuck with you. See, if you're a guy who's on point, you don't want a weak woman. You want a woman who has the strength to fuck with a dude who's on point. Because a weak woman can't do shit for you. See, a lot of times, women, they have the idea, or they get this misconstrued, they think that being a strong woman means they got to be aggressive and combative, and all. That's not strength. That's not a strong woman. You understand? It's not a strong woman. A strong woman is a woman, in relation to when we talk about her dealing with a man, is her being able to get with a dude who's on point, who has a certain program and a direction where he's going, and attach herself to that so that she can be a part of something great. That's what a strong woman does. You said when girls reject your offer for sex and you tell them to hit you back if they change their mind, do they ever hit you back for sex? Yes. Yes. And see, part of that right there is you showing strength. When you tell the chick, yo, just, because you tell the chick, hey, I'm trying to hook up. She's like, oh, I don't want to do that, yada, yada, yada. So you say, okay, cool. Well, listen, when you're ready to hook up, hit me back. And you just never talk to her after that. And then what happens is that when she's horny and she's ready for some dick, right? And she's going to be like, oh, what about that guy that told me he wanted to fuck? Let me hit him up. I know him. I'm familiar with him. Let me see what's popping. So yeah, that happens. You said, will you, oh my goodness, you guys. He said, will you do a mini series where you record the progress of turning a beta male simp into a player? That would be funny, actually. That would be funny. That would be funny. He said, girls in Clubhouse are getting mad at me for saying I wouldn't do dinner dates before I smash. Oh yeah, of course they're going to get mad at you. But you know why? See, this is the thing. The reason why they're going to get mad is because, and let me explain this. I'm glad you said that, because this goes exactly what I'm talking about with weak dudes. A lot of women want men to be weak so that they can take advantage of you, right? Because if you're on Clubhouse and you're talking that shit like, listen, I'm not taking you out to dinner before I smash. Like, we got to do what I'm trying to do, and then maybe I'll take you out to dinner, whatever it is like that. That's the guy who has strength, because that's the guy who's about what he is about. He's not afraid to be about what he's about, right? Now, the women are going to be like, oh, come on, that's nonsense and that's stupid, and you should take us out to dinner and blah, 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 because that's her agenda. So women like weak men in a sense because, and this is how they use you, is because they know that they can use you to get their agenda. You understand? To make their agenda go through. See, now, what a smart woman does and what a strong woman does is she finds a guy whose agenda matches hers. This is why I said that she is going to be about this guy's program and following him and being a part of that. So whatever she's being a part of is something that she wanted to do anyway, something that she wanted to be a part of anyway. So is not to say that a woman even has to change what she wants. She just has to find what she wants. You understand? So what if you're dealing with a woman who wants to leave for not committing during the vetting process? Then let her leave. And if she leaves, that means she was never really about it in the first place. You understand? See, I said this earlier on my live stream on Instagram, but I'll say it again. When a woman is really feeling you, she's down for whatever you want to do, no matter how long it takes. Listen, me and my wife, like when we're talking about marriage, me and my wife were together for 7 years. 7 years before we got married. And she wanted to get married before that. But I told her, nah, we ain't doing that right now. But she stayed. You see what I'm saying? So if they want to stay, they will stay because they find value in the man. If she wants to leave for you not committing during the vetting process, that means she's found more value in the label than the man. So she wanted the label of girlfriend or wife more than she wanted to be with the actual man that she's with, which was you. You see what I'm saying? And so the reason why, if you're like a weak dude, what'll happen is that you'll just acquiesce to what she wants. And so the way that women use weak men is that they use weak men as their playthings. You understand what I'm saying? They use weak men for placeholders. They use weak men to pass the time. You understand? Because a weak man puts himself in a position to be used. You understand? A weak man will always put himself in a position to be used. You understand? And the reason why he does that is because he doesn't see any value in himself. So he puts himself in a position to be used because he wants any type of interaction, attention from a woman because he's feeling a sense of lack. So he's willing to be used in the hopes of him getting what he wants. You understand? He's willing to be used in the hopes of getting what he wants. Instead of being a strong dude and being direct about what he wants and finding the woman who's going to comply and cooperate. So when you're a weak dude, women are going to use you all day for their agenda. And so what they'll do is that they'll try to lead the interaction and the weak guy will follow because he wants validation from the woman. So what do you think about making girls earn certain sexual pleasure, like eating the groceries? Because I feel like it's simping to do that the first time. Well, yeah, you could. I mean, you can do that too. You can do that too. But understand, a lot of guys do use simping too damn fucking easily. Like simping is just everything is simping. You know what I'm saying? Simping is just when you're bending over backwards to please the woman and putting yourself below her in order to, get her validation or win favor in her eyes and all that other stuff. But if you like in the box, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel me? This dude is ridiculous. He said, should I nut inside the walls, aka shoot up the club to establish dominance and to initiate the pair bonding process? What is your take? Hilarious. You can't be serious with that fucking question. Stop. Shout out to Prod Janero. Said, am I taking calls? No, I'm not on my my equipment. I'm just on the phone. This is literally just my cell phone I'm doing this from. You know what I'm saying? So I can't take any calls. I don't have my shit set up. So let me see what else you guys are saying real quick. I see April MC in the building. What's going on, girl? April is in the building. April is in the building. You said you wish I had a button for this live. Man. Hillbill said, I'm with someone I dated years ago. She totally submits now, and I lead her my way. She knew me when I was weak, but now I let my confidence shine. Do you mean she'll always view me as weak on some level? So he says she knew you when you was weak, but you let your confidence shine. I'm gonna need some more information on this. You said you said you've been dating her. Said I'm with someone I dated years ago, so that means you're still with her. Is that what you're saying? So she totally submits now and lead her my way. She knew me when I was weak, but I let my confidence shine through. Like, what do you mean specifically, Hillbill? Because what you got to understand is this. So Hillbill, you said you dated years back, so you're not with her anymore. What's the situation? See, I wish you could call up today because I would love to hear what that was about. You said if a guy is weak but is good in bed, will a woman still find you sexually attractive? That's a good question. A woman could find you sexually attractive, but she probably is not gonna respect you. You understand what I'm saying? That's really what it's gonna be. So she might find you sexually attractive, but she doesn't respect you. So what happens is when I say weak, what it is that you have a weak mindset. You're not really grounded in anything. You're the type of guy who's swayed by a bunch of things and you don't really stand for anything when you're on your own too. And what happens is that, see, this is the thing, right? A woman is supposed to be react to what you put out. You understand? Meaning that basically the woman should be influenced by you. The problem is you have a lot of guys who the woman influences the guy. You understand? Overall. You see what I mean? So what happens is that when the woman sees that she can have a big influence over you, that means that she sees you as weak. Because she shouldn't have that much of an influence over you to where you're doing all the things that she's trying to get you to do, and she's leading you and she's leading the interaction. You understand? Raj, you said, you say it's a numbers game. I agree, but don't you think most guys will run into girls who put up fronts, who want to be seduced outside of the rejectors versus girls being receptive all the time? Well, this is the thing. There are girls who are going to, put up the front and you can seduce them and all that. But again, that's medium interest women. So yeah, you're going to run into women who have medium interest. Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to seduce them. You understand? Because remember, seduction is just more work. So what that means is that you're putting in more work to seduce the woman, right? And so what I usually like to tell guys is to find women who basically are attracted to you and have that high interest, so you don't necessarily need to seduce. Now, there are going to be some women that you'll have to seduce if they have that medium to low interest if you want to get at them. But I don't think guys should get into a habit of trying to seduce a large number of women that they encounter, because then what happens is that seduction becomes your norm, and then it becomes a thing where you're putting in way too much energy into these interactions and it doesn't need to be that way. And all you needed to do was just focus more on the women who actually have high interest, who's cooperating heavy, who's just about it from the jump. And then you do that by working on yourself, by you working on your mouthpiece, by you being more confident, being more charming, dressing better, all these other things that'll help you when you're out there interacting with women so that you can attract more high interest chicks. You understand? So Locario, how are these young men missing it? Honestly, I just watched a video of a guy you reacted to, and he reacted to your reaction. Victim mentality is real no matter how obvious the truth. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah, this is the thing, man. Dudes, they don't want to adhere to real game. That's all it is. You understand what I'm saying? That's all it is. That is all it is. You feel me? Paris, you said only if you're rich you would keep uh, a woman when you have bad sex game. Hilarious. You said, is there any problem with offering girls sex after they text you, but not mentioning it in person on the approach? Sometimes they are with friends, so offering sex on the approach may embarrass them. All right, well, this is the thing. When you're talking to a chick, right, and she's around her friends, and this is what happens. I talk about this in a Bad Boy membership. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. I have a program called How to Approach Groups of Women. So what you do is you always want to isolate the woman. So even if you say, hey, come talk to me real quick, come over here real quick, and you move her even 6 feet away from her friends just for a second. Like, I want to talk to you for a second real quick. Just get her with you without her crowd of friends. Then when you're with her, then you say whatever the fuck you want. And then she'll be a little bit more honest with interacting with you because now her friends ain't breathing down her back at that moment. You see what I'm saying? But, it depends on the situation and the context. So if you meet a girl like at a bar, at a club, and she was with her friends, just pull her away for a little bit. Say, hey, come over to this side of the spot real quick. I want to, talk to you about some things. And when she's by herself with you, then you can say all the shit, and then she'll be a little bit more receptive and a little bit more honest with her responses to you. Because a lot of times when you talk to a girl when she's around her friends, she's too busy thinking about what her friends is thinking about her talking to you, and that sort of could fuck up the situation. You said, aren't most women you meet going to be medium interest? Most women you meet are going to be either medium interest, low interest, or no interest. Like, let's say, for example, there's 100 women, right? And you talk to 100 girls. 15 to 20 of them will most likely be high interest women, right? Then you might have, let's say, 50 to about 60, that are medium to low interest. And then you have another 20 who has no interest in you. You see what I'm saying? But this is why you have to play the numbers game so you can find the women who have the high interest. Because this is the thing. Think about it this way, right? Think about it this way. Check this out. Let's say you talk to a girl, right? And let's say she has medium interest, right? And now y'all exchange numbers, and then you're trying to set up a date. But because she has medium interest, she's like, oh, I'm not really sure if I'm free this weekend. Can I get back to you? Yada, yada, yada. And you're like, all right, well, let's talk, hit me up this weekend or whatever this week, and we'll try to set something up. And then she hits you up or you hit her back up or whatever the fuck it is, right? And then you say, hey, let's get together Friday. She says, okay, cool, right? Friday comes and she's like, oh, hey, actually, can we do a rain check because I'm so sorry something came up, but I really want to see you. But can we see each other maybe Saturday or Sunday or whatever? And you're like, all right, cool, whatever. Let's do Sunday. So then you meet up with her Sunday. Y'all go and get a drink. And because she has medium interest in you, y'all are chilling, you're talking, you're trying to flirt with her, but she's kind of flirting with you back, but she's kind of like whatever, you understand? Because she has medium interest. So you're trying to smash that night, but it don't happen that night because she has medium interest. Now, you see all these little fucking bullshit things you got to go through because she has a medium interest. Now, think about that one chick and how much time and energy you spent on this one chick. So it took you like damn near a week and a half, 2 weeks to get this one date. You're on the date, you still ain't smashing. So now you're going to spend more time trying to get back at her to smash. Right? Now, so let's say you went through all of that and it took you 3 weeks. And then let's say you smash. Let's say you hit it. So it took you 3 weeks of going back and forth with this medium interest woman to hit it. Now, let's rewind and let's say the same day you met that medium interest girl, you met her at the bar, whatever, club, whatever, event, whatever it is, and you talked to some more women, and then you met another girl who had high interest in you. And then you said to her, so what are you doing later, this week or whatever, right? And she's like, oh, nothing. I'm free. And you say, cool. So let's meet up Friday for a drink. So Friday comes, she meets you for the drink. Y'all chilling there. Y'all having the conversation going back and forth. She's interacting with you. She's having a good time. She's laughing. She's flirting back. Y'all start kissing. You say, hey, come back to my place. So you went from meeting her, getting the information, setting up the date, on the date, back to your house without any fucking bullshit, right? And so you did that. You smashed this girl within like 2-3 days because you met her on that weekend. And then this one took 3 weeks, the first girl who had medium interest. So what happens is that you can spend time seducing a girl who has medium interest, but it's just going to take you longer in most cases. And there's certain cases where those girls, because they have medium or low interest, shit may not happen in most cases. Now, with any girl, anything can happen to where it won't happen. But a girl who has high interest is most likely will happen because she has high interest. Unless you fuck it up because you're doing some totally ridiculous. You understand? So that's what it is. Question is, what is it that causes a woman to feel you to the point that they want to smash when they first see you? Oh, snap. April MC is in the building. Say hi to the people.
Hi to the people.
Say what's up to the people. What's going on? How are you?
Like thinks he should call me ma'am.
Oh, please.
With that,
y'all crazy.
How are you? This is like the tiniest.
I know it's my phone. It's like it's weird, don't it? And I don't like the way the phone makes my face look like. You see how it looks like a super oval or some shit?
I know, my face looks super round.
Yeah, it's like weird. You know what I'm saying? It's the phone camera. You know?
But you can't even see all the comments.
I know. I gotta scroll like this.
Oh.
I know, it's terrible. It's terrible. So this is the Kingly called you ma'am. Hilarious.
Yeah, he called me ma'am because I said, why, you're giving away too much game. And he said, ma'am. No, he isn't.
That's crazy.
Like, ma'am.
That's crazy. But yeah, shout out to King League. So Explode said, what is the cause? What is it that causes a woman to feel you to the point they want to smash when they first see you? Is it metaphysical or she likes the vibe? Well, yes, it's a lot of different things. That's the thing. Sometimes it could just be actually she's sexually attracted to you just based off the way that you look. You understand? Just your looks. Or it could be the combination, your looks and appearance, your behavior, you understand? The vibe, how you're talking to her, all those things make a chick feel you when she's first interacting with you. You see what I'm saying? See, when a chick has high interest, there's an automatic attraction there. You understand? It's automatic attraction there. And then what happens is this. So the attraction is here, right? Now what happens is that you can fuck it up by being super goofy. And then she starts to, she's like, I'm not really feeling this guy now. So the only thing when a woman has high interest in you that can fuck it up is you do or say certain things and act certain ways that'll make her see you differently. But usually what will happen is that you would need to do a lot to fuck that up in a lot of situations. Because usually when a chick has high interest in you, she'll let you get away with shit. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're just doing way too much weird shit, you can fuck it up. Now, when you have a woman who has medium interest, right? Let's say she's here, medium or low interest, like low interest is here, medium interest is here, right? she can either go up or down. Right? So when you seduce a woman, sometimes you can seduce her to get her to the high interest. But sometimes what will happen is that you're trying to seduce her and then she's getting, the interest is lower based off of what you're doing. So there's going to be a lot of fucking, you know, work you got to do to, there's a lot of work you got to do to keep it, to maintain it. You said, what's the difference between no interest and low interest? So no interest means that she has literally no interest in you, meaning she won't talk to you, fuck with you, or anything. So no interest is, for example, you approach a girl and you say hi, and she's like, I got a boyfriend. And she walks away. That's no interest. You walk up to a chick and you say, hey, what's up? What's going on? She's like, oh, I'm good. And you're like, yo, I think you're cute. Like, you know, can I have your number? No, I'm good. Thanks. No interest. Low interest is when a woman is interested in you, but only for using you purposes. Right? So low interest would be friend zone. Right? Low interest would be y'all exchange numbers and she talks to you on the phone. Like you call her and she talks to you on the phone, but every time you try to set up a date or whatever, she doesn't respond. You know what I'm saying? That's low interest. She doesn't, a chick will hang out with you and it'll be non-sexual. It won't be any sexual, nothing. That's low interest. So low interest is when a woman is giving you some sort of attention, but she doesn't really like you sexually, doesn't go anywhere in that vein of sex or anything. You understand what I'm saying? What time is it?
8:55.
Oh Jesus, I gotta end this. But yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference between low interest and no interest. You feel what I'm saying? All right, man, so a few more questions and I'm gonna head up out of here. You said if that's the case, your answer to the question moments ago, why do you think that is? Is it because they simply don't want to consider new info, or do they more so value their victim mentality? Shit, I can't even remember what question that was from. Shit. My bad, bro. I don't even remember what question that was from. Open book, open mind. You said, what's the best opening line on Tinder for us guys who are trying to set up to smash? Should we build rapport on there? Well, listen, if you're trying to smash, you got to set up your bio a certain way before you even worry about the messages. Your bio has to be set up to where there's some sort of sexual innuendo, some sex talk, you talking about hooking up, you talking about getting together for sex or something like that in your bio first. And then what happens is that when the girl matches with you, then you just set it up based off of what you're saying in your bio. You understand? But I talk about that if you go to badboymembership.com. I got the program, how to take pictures that'll get you laid on online dating sites. I talk about it in that program of how to do that, how to set up that type of profile with your pictures, bio, and then how you come at the girl in the joint.
And they can send a donation, and we'll do it on our March profile.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, you guys can send a donation because we're going to do the March. We got to figure out what day we're going to do that too. Maybe the 28th. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we'll have to do that. We're going to do another online dating profile joint. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll make that happen. So what constitutes weak sex game? You can't get it up. When you're not paying attention to the woman's reaction, you understand, to what you're doing. So sometimes what happens is guys, it's funny, guys sometimes fuck women the same way how they talk to women. Like guys talk at women and then guys fuck at women. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like they'll just be like pounding and going crazy and doing a bunch of shit, but they're not paying attention to her reaction to what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? And then so that creates bad sex. You feel what I mean? So you gotta make sure that you're able to pay attention to what's going on, and be able to move with the situation to make it better. You understand? AG, so what are your thoughts about trying to make something happen with medium interest women while simultaneously dealing with high interest women, as long as you're smart about it? Yeah, you can do that. See, that's the thing. I don't want you guys to think that you can't deal with women who have medium interest. I'm just saying that you need to make sure you understand that the woman has medium interest, and understand that you're going to have to put in some extra work to get that medium interest woman to come around. You understand? Because what happens is that a medium interest woman still has interest in you. That's why it's medium interest. It's just that the interest is medium. It's not all the way high. It's just kind of like, you're like, okay, like a medium interest woman would be the equivalent of a girl you see at a bar or a club or whatever, who you would consider like a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, right? You're like, she's decent, she's okay, right? But then certain circumstances can cause you to like her more. So let's say the night is winding down, you're like, shit is getting later, but I want to still like do something with a chick, and you start talking to her. She seems real cool. She's receptive. So then she becomes a little bit more attractive to you. You understand what I'm saying? Based off of the circumstances, how she's interacting with you and all that other stuff. But you have medium interest in her, right? So you're not really gonna give her the same energy as you would a woman you actually have high interest in. You see what I'm saying? So same thing for women. There's a lot of guys that women deal with where it's like, he's cool, he's good enough, he's like, I can fuck with this guy. And then sometimes what happens is that as she gets to know you, which is what will have to happen in order for her to have a high interest, as she gets to know you, she starts to like you more. This is why you'll have women who, at first, when they'll meet a guy, and they show this a lot in movies, where the nerdy guy, or the guy trying to get the girl, or whatever, the guy's trying to get the girl, she's like, oh, you suck, whatever, get out of here. And she's not really paying him attention. And he tries a bunch of shit, and then she finally like gives him a chance because she thinks that whatever goofy ass stupid shit he did was charming, and then she starts to fall in love with him by the end of the movie. That's all medium interest. You see what I'm saying? That's all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I'm about to wrap this up real quick. So remember, if you guys have you want your dating profiles critiqued, hit up questionsforlocario@gmail.com. So April put it in the chat. So make sure you get that shit cracking. If you want your profiles critiqued, send a donation to the PayPal or the Cash App. You feel what I'm saying? And let us know that it's for the profile critique. And then we will definitely get you in there. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com, join the Bad Boy membership, go to mr.locario.com, get the book Looks Don't Matter. April, you want to say anything to the people before we wrap this up?
It's been real.
He's like, it's real. She's chilling on the couch, chilling. So I will holler at y'all later, and remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out. Later. Hold on, why this shit won't make me? Oh, there we go. I was like, why this